the art made me want to vomit, and yeah, it was oh boy. Some really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm not saying that, but the art on the one, I don't understand why they're using some of these weird artists that are kind of um I don't know, I don't want to say Riley Rossmo X, but more like more stylized in nature for Harley. And you'll see what I mean when I get there. They've done a couple covers. I'm just not a fan. And the art style, like, I'm not trying to be mean, but my goodness, it kind of made me sick to my stomach. For the one, but the majority of the book was really good. The majority of the book was really, really good, and we're gonna go over it. But let's say hello to everybody in a disguise. Good morning, Black Phoenix. Good morning, Shane. Good morning. Uh, Bianca, good morning. I did just email you. um, Sultan, good morning. Raymond, random dude draws, good morning. Um, Robert, good morning. See the end of the new White Knight. If you don't want spoilers, close your ears because it literally just came out. Good morning, Hooded Justice. Yes, I did see the end. And I am so happy. I know the weirdest ship ever. The weirdest ship ever is Harley and Bruce in the main universe. But in the White Knight universe, it makes sense. And the end of okay, earmuffs, guys, right? Earmuffs. We're all good. Okay. Goodness gracious. And this story, in a disguise, that's actually not true. DC pays very well, comparatively to Marvel. They actually pay quite a bit. And that's why Sean Gordon Murphy basically exclusively stays with them. In the end, we see. So we know that Bruce has been kind of taken over by Joker. It's a figment of his imagination, so to speak, because it's something that was installed on a chip, right? He's going through the panic attacks that he's been having ever since he left the Blackgate. And he goes through one, and Joker sees that as his opportunity to kind of slip in, right? So Joker is in the driver's seat confessing his love to Harley. Harley thinks it's Bruce and reciprocates. And we get a kiss. I'm so excited. Way too excited about a comic book, but I love it. We've been building towards this moment for gotta take an Amber. We've been building for this moment for 18-ish. It's been so long. Well, Marvel pays less is not a good thing. Right, but that's just simply not true. It depends on it's from artist to artist, and they don't pay terribly. Look at we literally just talked about this with Sean Gordon Murphy. I'm not sure where you get your information from, but the idea of those type of artists aren't an issue of pay rate. It's an issue of productivity. Um, and Riley Rossmo is unfortunately very, very fast. I don't know about this artist. We'll look at the name when we get there. But Riley is extremely fast. Look what the product he turns out is, though. Depends on the artist. Absolutely, it does. Okay. Super excited about Harley and Batman. Does anybody else think it's weird? Because I'm all for it. In this universe. Let's be clear with that. In this universe. Okay. We're going to go over the Harley Quinn 30th anniversary. And when this was initially announced, I was extremely impressed with the names that they had attached. And I think that and actually we're gonna talk. We may go over to Steven Stajek's channel for a little bit. Um I love watching him create art. And I was talking to him the other day and talking about the backlash and kind of the prude society we live in. So we may listen to that little clip here in a little bit. We may listen to. And if you're not subscribed to Steven Sajak's channel, what are you doing with your life? Like, he makes the best fucking art. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is Riley Rossmo, in case you guys don't know who I'm talking about. Look at this. Come on now. Like, this is a cover, so this is his top notch art. And this isn't bad, and it actually works out for say that Riley Rossmo's art fits a story. So we're gonna go. Okay, I don't know if this is a hot take, okay, but Harley Quinn is a very evolutionary character. Batman knows she's a nutcase in chaos. But I'm talking about the White Knight universe specifically. And does not like chaos. Then why does he like Selena? Selena is chaos. That is bad for sure. Did the sound cut off for a second, or is that just me? It's my mic. Am I here right now? Fuck. I really, really need to get a new mic. Are we good now? Are we good? Okay. I'm not even gonna move. Not even gonna move. So Harley is a very much so evolutionary character. And by that I mean Harley knows it's working now. I think it's because I moved this. I want to be able to go through this, so I'm gonna be very careful. But I also, if I look at my main screen, I can see when my bubble's moving. Good morning, Reese. Good morning, Zakarat. But Harley started as one thing, went through changes, whether it was on Injustice or New 52 or pre-New 52, or even we see her even, kind of as a jester in not Dark Knight's Death Metal, Dark Knights of Steel. She's a very evolutionary character. The one time that's part of her appeal, right? She changes her costume, she changes her hair, she changes everything basically but her personality. The problem was the one huge time that she changed her personality too much. And I know a lot of people, and this might be a hot take because I know a lot of people like Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner when it comes to their Harley Quinn, and I do too. But when they're at it on a normal basis, I'm good with it. I like Jimmy and Amanda were always able to get away with a lot more. Like the beaver jokes, right? The beaver jokes are back. Talking about Alfred stuffing her beaver, right? Those kind of things. But Harley almost has too much like, oh my God, Puddin', look at what I'm doing. Like, just over the top. Okay, I'm just going to read it to you to show you what I mean. So you goofy, garbled gingleberry, just what? I can't even do it, you guys. Just what was it you twitwits were supposed to steal from me? Tell me the truth, or you end up being a wet, pulpy little macchiato cherry on top of a giant turd ball sundae behind me. Too much. And that was always my issue. That was always my issue with Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti's run. Amanda does the art, they both write, right? It was over the top, and I didn't necessarily enjoy what they did with the character. What is wrong with you? Fuck woke community. I think you're at the wrong channel, because, yeah, and that ain't it. That ain't it. Bianca said beautiful dialogue. And it didn't ring true to Harley for some people. It just never was my favorite. When Sam Humphries took over, I kind of took that breath of fresh air, right? Like, I can understand her better. And we also got Red Tool back, though, so I was a little happy about that. The one thing great that Amanda and Jimmy did was try to remove Harley from Gotham, right? And that was always what I thought should be done and why I thought that maybe that would help Jace Fox, because getting a Batman character away from Batman always helps. Always helps. And this just me to me wasn't it. Now this story specifically, Amanda and Jimmy's Harley, and I would rather have a whole story, a whole arc, because then they don't feel like they have to nudge in so many like weird beaver jokes and stuff like that. I like the beaver jokes, but you don't need 3 in an 8-page story. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't know exactly how many there is, but this was one of my least favorite stories. Not my least favorite, but one of, I would say, probably bottom 3. Just because Amanda and Jimmy, like, I get what they're going for here. We got Alfred. Alfred helped stuff her beaver. Literally, he was the taxidermist, right? And she goes back to him because there's some aliens. They, like, oh God, Harley, like, going crazy because of coffee and stuff. Like, it's a little overboard. I wasn't, I don't know. I don't have to justify it. It just wasn't that great of a story. It just was too much. Now this story, I wish they would do they have the credits down here? We'll get to the credits. This story was phenomenal. Like, this is how you do a very, very quick, to the point, heroic but Suicide Squad version of heroic story about Harley. I really like this, and the art was good. We had enough. What am I missing over here? Everybody's talking about Little Mermaid. I want my white mermaid back. Congratulations. It still exists, honey. Are you bored? Is this the attention you wanted? All right, you got it. Now move on with your life. Do something productive and fun. My manager, the White Little Mermaid, is now a manager at the Food Lion. So basically, we have Harley in the Suicide Squad, right? You know what? Is this my favorite story? No, this isn't my favorite story. This is top 3, right? And we have this person named 15, and I've never, you know what? Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, but to my understanding, I've never seen 15 before, and we will never see 15 again. But I don't know of this character. But he's the 15-minute man, and they're going in, and they're basically going in. They've got 15 minutes. He can get every mission done in 15 minutes, right? They're going to get the mission done, blow up the place, and get out of there. Okay, so it's Raphael Scavone and art by Raphael Albuquerque. Good story. They go in, they beat some ass, right? I love how they do this too. It's very, very action heavy on the first half of it, and they really go in heavy on the Suicide Squad stuff, and I love Harley and Suicide Squad. I think the Suicide, he's made for this comic. I thought so. The Suicide Squad benefits from Harley being on the team 98% of the time. 98% of the time. The only reason I say 98% is because we did have that awesome run last year. What was it? Where they replaced Harley with Peacemaker. And that was really well done also. I love this. I loved the way that they set up the color work and everything. What they go to find out, though, what Amanda did not tell them, and very much so Amanda fashion. Why are you with sexy red hair? Honey, the mermaid was a fucking child, you pedo. What is wrong with you? Who describes Ariel the Little Mermaid as sexy? Okay, weird. So she finds these kids, and Amanda didn't tell him. Amanda, I don't think, knew. And she gets super nervous about it, and I love it. And she's like, because she's got, right when she walks in, she actually takes, both of the picks things off the grenade, right? She gets them in like just in time. And she doesn't know what to say, and she's like, I'm Aunt Harles. I love that. I'm pleased to meet you. But you shouldn't be here, those men with guns are very dangerous. Basically, we find out these kids are producing toys. It's like a sweatshop, right? It's like a sweatshop. And all either the Justice League, and then of course you got Joker at the end. So she's like, are you a hero like these guys? And he's like, well, all of them are heroes, but this one, and this is a piece of shit. She forgot that she can't cuss. So they figure out the reason they're going to blow up this thing is because 15-Minute Man is actually the bomb himself. And she's confused, right? And he finally realizes it. She finally realizes it. She's like, oh my God, you're going to be a hero. And he's like, oh my God, what have I done? So she gets the kids out. And yeah, 15-Minute Man's gone. And I guess he can find his hill. Wait, kicks dirt. But yeah, she's just like, go back. Do you know where you live? How? This is where stories lack in a anthology, because you don't have a lot of time, right? You only have a very limited amount. Yeah, Black Phoenix, good one. But you only have a limited amount of time and panels. So she's just like, go home. Instead of being like, I'll get you help, I guess. But they're like, bye, Aunt Harles. And she's like, the other little kid's like, see, I told you wish she was a hero. And she's my favorite. And she starts crying. And then Amanda comes to pick her up. I love it. It's simple. It's heroics. It is sacrifice. It is emotion. It's good art. All in I don't know. I didn't count the pages, but in about 8 pages, right? Pretty close. I really like that story. Ah ha 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 ha. I got no strings to hold me down. So this is everybody's favorite, right? I don't know why this got backlash, I guess. I've seen a lot of people upset with this story. It's not my oh man, I should have actually decided which ones were my favorite, but the art is the best in this one. It's probably my second favorite story. And that's just because I know the backstory as to what Steven wanted to go for in this. Let me see if I've got, before we go into it too much. I hope no! All right. I'm going to show you just so I provide receipts. But I had it all prepared. Right here. This was the Harleen. This clip is unavailable. It was deleted or the video has been removed or edited. Dang it. Let me see. I really wanted to show you guys what Steven Stajek was talking about when it came to the Harleen stuff. That sucks so bad because he had plans for 2 more sets of 3. So it would have been 9 in all, right? It would have been a trilogy. Lex was going to become president in a very Trumpian fashion. Also, at some point, we're going to need to talk about Action Comics going straight into Make America Great Again. But come on now. Why do people do this? It would have been on. See, he deletes all of his stuff. That's so annoying. That's all right. That's all right. I can just try to explain it. I'll give you the TLDR. Woke evil media is real. So is too much internet. Too much internet, buddy. You're being brainwashed. Step back from the Kool-Aid. But okay, I'll give you the TLDR. He wanted to do. The thing is, it was with Steven Sajak is his love lies in his webtoon, Sunstone, Fine Print. Those are his love. So it's snorting too much Ajax. And obviously if you guys have never seen his webtoon, it's phenomenal. His wife, Linda, also has a webtoon. Hers is called Aphrodite, and his is called The Queen and the Woodborn. Both great stories. But he also does, his bondage stuff, his BDSM stuff, in the Sunstone and Fine Print. But they are that type of story, but they're more about love and a little bit slice of lifey in that sense. And it's just that's where his real passion is. But he also likes Harley. He likes the story that he put together. What he wanted to do was not a couple pages about the idea of Harley being submissive. He wanted to stretch it out and add character depth for Harley to, at one point, realize and overcome. And it wouldn't just be Selena saying, oh, guess what? This is what's happening. And I'm telling you exactly what's happening. No, it would be the idea of coming upon it on your own. But DC, I don't know what exactly happened because he kind of, in the nicest way possible, won't say exactly right. Like, he won't just be like, well, they won't pay me enough or this or this or that. He just really, to my understanding, wanted to work on his own shit. Fine. Fair enough. According to Jezebel, she honestly thinks Andy Corey was restraining Sajak. When we all know Corey was a lazy editor that let creators do... Why... Wait, hold on. Why does Sajak need restraining? Sajak's a phenomenal story. Have you guys... He has written single-handedly the best Harley Quinn story ever told. No, he's not only doing Sunstone. He's doing Fine Print. He's doing his webtoon, Queen in the Woodburn, and he's got his Patreon stuff too. It was a Black Label book. It was a Black Label book. Why? And that's the issue. That's this right here in a nutshell. What we're discussing was his issue with DC. Was the idea that even on a Black Label, you can't explore concepts that are fundamental to the character. He doesn't fit their narrative. Wait, what? In a nutshell, Harley Quinn is submissive. Am I saying that Joker is her dom? No. But he is the dominant one in the relationships. There are parallels you can draw to that storytelling. Harley Quinn, even when going to Poison Ivy, is very much so controlled by Poison Ivy. She goes from the fire into the flame. If you watch, especially like the first 2 seasons of the Harley animated show, Poison Ivy is almost borderline controlling her like a puppet, right? I don't see why exploring those concepts or those themes in a non-sexual way are an issue. It's not like we're going to see Harley Quinn tied up with a gag ball. The idea of being submissive in the relationship is in essence what Harley yearns for, right? You finally saw the first episode. What did you think, Bianca? I'm curious. So I don't think and not only that, he wanted to explore the idea of somebody that's controlling or dominating, that's actually extremely toxic, and no matter how much you tell the submissive person, no matter how much, they won't believe it. They will not believe it, and they will defend it in a very Stockholm Syndrome-esque situation. I really wish her pupils are weird. I really wish that clip was back up there because he explains it a lot more. But the idea of those themes, this is what I hate about both the left and the right. They're so full of censorship. They ruin good storytelling. This is why we can't see these types of stories even on Black Label, because you have people outraged that there's submissive and dominating themes, that there's sub and dom themes, right? That there's BDSM themes. It doesn't mean you're going to go down that far. You have people so outraged over sexual stuff. You have people outraged over kissing on a fucking beach. Like, let storytelling happen. When it happens organically, without the idea of cancel culture, and I'm being very clear here, on both sides, it's irritating. And it's something that I think helped the comics we grew up on, right? Because social media's fucked us over so much, but sure, you wrote letters, you did this, you did that, but you didn't have this idea of instant backlash, right? So if you put out the story, sure, there'd be some letters and something in a few weeks, but there wasn't the idea of instant outrage over Batman's penis. Yes. Do you remember how quick that got censored? How quick? And because of Batman's penis, we never got to see Harley's titties. Sorry. That was probably a little step too far. Okay, we're gonna go over this story, and there is nothing, and I'm telling you, there's nothing sexually explicit here. There's nothing sexually, like, the worst you're gonna see. Let me see if I can zoom out. The worst you're gonna see is Harley into it. That's it. Now that is sad. What's sad? Censorship. Isn't it beautiful though? Like I'm gonna go back and read Harleen. I reviewed each issue individually, but I'd love to do like a long breakdown, a long live stream about the themes within it, about the duality of not only Harley and Jester and the Jester side of her, but the duality of Two Face, how they work off. Oh, it's so well done, you guys. It's so well done. Okay, we have a time skip. Harley is, and it's very short. Um, we have a time skip. We see Harley. She's got the gun up to Penguin. Da 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 da. Um, but then we go back earlier that night. And this what do you want, baby? What do you want, baby? Come on. Hi, buddy. Um, but what we see here is Harley, and she's talking to picking out her outfit. And Selena's kind of getting like, oh, let's get out of here, right? Um, and she's down, right? She says she's going to prove Ivy wrong. And here we go again with the idea that Ivy has become her dom. Absolutely, in every sense of the form, Ivy is controlling without. The idea of the story I would like to see is they are very similar in the sense that they are both controlling. Ivy is not controlling. I'll review it with you. Hell yeah, let's do it. I want to do it as a live stream so we can break it down. Maybe we'll do it as a review. But they require substance. That's right. The difference is they're both controlling, right? You have the same thing. Ivy is very much so not abusive, and that's what we see here, right? That's the difference in the relationship. Good morning, Tava. Basically what we have down here is that Harley wants to prove Ivy wrong. But she's saying, you were never Joker's Robin. You were nothing but a submissive. And she says, you mean subordinate? She goes, oh, no, I know what I said. And she goes, whoa, hold on there, dominatrix Mittens. I am nobody's submissive. And we've seen Catwoman in that role, right? She says, Harley, you ethically let him control every aspect of your life, telling you how to act, what to wear, what to do. Oh yes, and who to injure, maim, or kill. And that's absolutely the truth. She let herself be controlled to a point that was extremely unhealthy. She says surrendering like that helps for some of the guilt, with murder, for all the things you do with him, I suppose. Then again, you're an ex-psychiatrist here. You know better about that. And Harley's starting to get it, and she's starting to get pissed. And I think Selena knows it. She's pushing her buttons on purpose, right? So she says, I'm nobody submissive, and I'm going to go assert my dominance. There's something weird right here about her navel. It feels like her belly's too short there. I don't know. I love this panel here. This is a beautiful way to shape that. So that's exactly what she did. She went off. She tried to assert her dominance, and she went to I'm assuming the Iceberg Lounge, and tried to enact an hostile takeover. But because it's Harley Quinn, she fucks it up, right? Wait, I'm so confused. I'm not sure if you're talking to me in a disguise or good morning, NWO. He's mixing up BDSM with someone committing a crime on someone that. Wait, what? I'm confused. Yes, Harleen. Harleen. Okay, it's Jolene, but still. So we have Ivy come in. I really wish we'd have gotten the Steven Stajek Ivy story. He draws such a phenomenal everything. Okay, let's be here. But she comes in and beautifully done. And she comes in and takes control, right? Because it's Ivy. And she says, "Don't you Ivy me. I swear I'll have to keep you tied up and on a leash to stop you from doing dumb stuff like this." Now, come on. I love this panel so much. I love this. She's like, "Oh, yes." I fucking love it. It's so good. And then she realizes her mistake right away. But her reaction's so perfect. And she's like, "Damn it, Selena." And she's like, "Move along, Harley." Oh, I love it. She's got her hands tied, like she's into it. Oh, I freaking love it. It's good. That now we're gonna go back one more time, right? So this takes place to previously than to that, supposed hostile takeover of the Iceberg Lounge. And it's just a conversation between Ivy and Selena talking about, the issues Harley is having. She's getting arrested again. She's getting restless. And she says, "I swear, it's like I can see him crawling his way back again into her mind. I'm scared I'll lose her again." And she goes along the ideas of um power dynamics, right? Power dynamics with each other, and power plays get addictive. And it might be something Harley needs. She says, "Just listen. For years, he dominated every aspect of her down to her very identity. In fact, her restlessness might be like a Pavlovian reflex. I think she still sees him as a dominant presence in her life. What I'm struggling is we have to shock her out of that role by you briefly filling that role." She says, "When are you into psychology?" And she said, "Since I started hanging out with you two." She goes, "This is beyond dumb, but keep talking." And that's it. It's extremely innocent. Um, it's extremely innocent. And I don't see the issue with it. I understand what Steven was going for. I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong because uh I forget. I know he's not American. He's got a very thick accent, but I can't remember exactly. But I get what he's going for. And honestly, a few more pages could have helped, but it's a great story. It really is, and it makes sense for the dynamic. All Ivy's trying to do is help fill that dominating role begrudgingly for a certain amount of time to help that Pavlovian reflex. I get it. And I would say that's like top three. Top three. That was good. Ah, god damn it. And we're back to Riley Rossmo. I was on my other thing. Wow, her laugh is so not annoying. No, it's absolutely annoying. Good morning, figure drawing. It's absolutely annoying. Um, I need to do a review of all of season 3. I need to do a review. It's such a great freaking show. It really is. Like, a lot of the dialogue recently, as far as female-led shows lately, has been centered around She-Hulk when everyone forgets about two great shows that are Bianca's gonna kill me, much better than She-Hulk. And that is Stargirl, even though I gotta catch up, and Harley Quinn. And it's those they don't get their due, unfortunately. They really don't. So we go to Riley Rossmo and Stephanie Phillips. And Stephanie Phillips is leaving, moving to a different title. But this is a story basically, and this would have really helped with some good art. This is a good story. It's a little love story about the hyenas, right? She tells about the hyenas. Got Kevin back, even though Harley just totally really died. Not really. In the newest Harley book, but uh they're looking at this animal sanctuary. Harley had to leave the hyenas there temporarily. And I love, this is the problem when I talk about Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti. I think Stephanie Phillips got that sweet spot where you have really great heart of the biggest freaking Harley fans I know. Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner. Am I here? Am I here? Lost you again. I seen it click in that time, but I didn't see it click out. Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner. Ooh. Wait, can you hear me? I'm in and out. Crap. You're back. Okay, I'm back. As long as I see like my little thing moving in the little black thing. Sound is back. Get groovy. Okay. All right. There's this sweet spot with Harley, right? You don't go too crazy. You don't go too normal. You find where your groove's at. And I feel like Stephanie found her groove where she wanted to have a little campy, a little fun, and didn't go to Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner. And I think that's where it needs to be. I also really enjoy that you get the kick in of Harley's brain every once in a while. Like, Harley is a smart woman. Don't forget that side of her. And Stephanie didn't. Not in this story, but in the main series. So what we have here is, see, in here, like, the cues like this aren't over the top. She's talking to the giraffe. She said, I don't suppose you've seen two hyenas around here. They've got spots, really like Cheez-Its, and they respond to Bud and Lou, like the famed comedy duo Abbott and Costello. And then she starts talking about Abbott and Costello. Like, this is the Harley. The random is better than the over-the-top mumbo jumbo garbledness. Just the art. The art is what gets me here. The Riley Rossmo, like I said, there are stories where his art goes really well and he can do it well. I don't think he necessarily, I've gotten used to it, but I don't think necessarily belong on a Harley story. Like, I love sexy Harley. I think we all love us some sexy Harley, right? I see my little thing moving back all the time, but it's not black. What the fuck? Harley is a smart woman. We need to talk rude. Rude. You like pop culture referencing, Harley. I don't mind some pop culture referencing. Yeah. I don't see that as an issue, especially something like Abbott and Costello. Right? Like it doesn't date the book, but it shows that Harley has a knowledge of culture. Like I would cringe, I'm not going to lie, if she was like, "Oh, I tweeted this." I would cringe, right? But something like that I don't mind. Wonder Woman is a da da da. Okay. All right, let's see here. She beats up the poachers, right? Like I said, it's a very simplistic story. And she talks about in the beginning, the Bud and Lou liking hot dogs. She gets kind of cornered. And she's like, um, hot dog, right? And the hyenas come running and save the day. I love it because he does change. I thought this was really good how he changed coloring, right? I thought that was really good. And I like this part. This is sweet to me, especially when it comes to her hyenas, right? We've had them for a very long time. They're adorable. I love them way too much. Um, and she goes, "I came here to tell you I'm sorry. I had to leave you here. I thought it was best for you. You guys made friends because you're, my little comedians. And I know I can't just show up and expect you to come back, so it's up to you." And they're coming back, and she's like, "And we're having steak." I thought it was a sweet little story. Um, just about it says to be continued at Harley 22, which came out today. But yes, if the art, I've gotten used to it. I can't say I'll ever love it or anything like that. I love this homage cover. I do. That's so pretty. Cute, simple, and to the point. All right, this is the best story. Hands down. If you have not read Kimmy Garcia's Criminal Sanity, that's another book we need to go over. See, Robert was smart when he did Pro vs. Noobs because there's so many good books I want to talk about. Criminal Sanity really, really dived into Harley's smart side. She is pre Harley Quinn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sexual assault. What are we talking about here? Criminal Sanity is so, so good. Deal, Robert. It is so good. And it's honestly the art was hard to get used to it for photorealistic, especially in the beginning. If I remember correctly, they actually switched artists. It was Mike Mayhew in the beginning, I want to say. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but Cami Garcia is a huge selling author, not just for DC. She does Beast Boy and all those other ones, but she does a great job. When it comes to this, we saw her track down the Joker. Joker, by the way. Hot Joker, by the way. Just wanted to put that out there. I always appreciate a hot Joker and a hot Riddler. Mike Mayhew at first. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I wasn't sure. Basically we're seeing this different type, similar to what happened in the Joker stuff, but different. Now we're seeing her try to figure this out. And honestly, she has a friend that was murdered, and that's a lot of her drive, and we've seen that back in Criminal Sanity. But I really like Gordon in this also because Gordon goes to bat for her a lot. Edie was her name. So she's trying to figure everything out, right? Beautiful, beautiful paneling. Right initially, because of the smile, they think it's Joker back. I love the way they do this. But she realizes the signature on the bodies is off. I'm gonna have to look. Who's the artist now? I love the way that they did this walking sequence where she's kind of explaining everything about the plants, right? So she gets a basic breakdown of who it could be, right? I think honestly that's a pretty narrow scope of who it could be, but even so, you guys, hold on. Hold on, I gotta prepare you. I gotta hype this up. Are you ready for the hottest, very realistic poison ivy that you've seen in years? Are you ready? Please get ready. Yes, I've read all of Criminal Sanity. Really? Really? It's a fucking Harley book, Robert. Do you not think I've read it all? I've even read the stupid little ones that had all the different evidence. Let's do this. Oh, look at Ivy. Look at her. I love the green tips. So freaking beautiful. I love it. Like everything they did with Ivy was so good. Look at her, even her pants. And it was obviously Ivy. And I love that they introduced her, even if it was just a little bit. And he's like, I'm hoping this is a tease. I don't think it is. But he says, you want to put your expertise to work as a consultant for the GCPD. And she's like, do I get a gun? He's like, don't push it. I've gotten behind on reading. Oh yeah, I know, but that's current stuff. This is old. I mean, and if it's Harley, I don't get behind. To be fair though, I did get caught up on Phillips stuff. Miko Sayan, and that art is beautiful. Cami Garcia does a great job with these characters. I love it. Those hits were well rounded, gotta admit it. Not even that, the whole design is absolutely stunning. I love it. She looks old. You're so full of it. You're so full of it. By the way, Joseph, I was talking to Hooded Justice yesterday. We want to figure out a way to do like a Thunderdome series on Sundays, like one Sunday a month. So we're going in the Thunderdome. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Okay. So this is like a whodunit type thing, kinda. I'm gonna have to look at the artist when we get there. Whoever, or it's Gilliam March. I know it's Gilliam March. I can tell by the style. Gilliam March channeled his inner like George Perez. Audio's cutting out. Am I good now? 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 I'm just gonna sing to you guys. Okay, I'm back now. When my audio is cutting out, I'm just gonna start singing. Drive you guys crazy. Okay, Gilliam March, and he did the original Gotham City Sirens, but he channels in this book his inner George Perez, and I fucking love it. So good. So Harley's bored. She's bored of the normal life, right? I don't know why the cat keeps flying. The cat she keeps scaring the cat. She wants to have a party. You will see. I love going through this because there's so many characters in the background. I love like you see Jake Giganta, right? And her huge arm. Like, oh, what was her name? Was it White Rabbit? Isn't that Mime? I'm pretty sure that's Mime. I love it because he just starts putting people everywhere. It's freaking awesome. What's a twit filter? I feel like that's something that would be on social media. No, it's in a disguise. It's my mic has been broke. I've gotten it to kind of go to the point where I can use it with as long as I don't move or breathe or anything. But it's the connectors broke. So we see Orca. I love it. I love it. The one thing I didn't understand is, are they like throwing a party at a school, or are they throwing a party at their house? I was a little confused on that. White Rabbit is awesome. Though, let's be real, she was a cheesecake character. She was a cheesecake character that never really got her due. Like, if you're going to create that type of character, at least give her, some decent storytelling. So Diana shows up. Is Harley's dumbass and all of the villains, and then decides to invite some heroes. It's at their house. Okay. And then she gets pissed, and Batwoman, our Batgirl, actually shows up too. She sent the invitation to the GCPD. Ugh. I love it. I love it. There are so many good villains in the backgrounds of this. But basically we see here, this, this party favor cake, comes in. And if you guys remember in Gotham City Sirens, huge storyline with Gaggy, right? You guys remember Gaggy? It was actually Joker's first sidekick. So Gaggy comes through, and it's him in the cake. He always felt like he came second fiddle to Harley, and he was replaced basically because of Harley. For the mic fun! Let me bring it up here. I was on my other screen. Thank you so my AdSense or something, because I've been it's supposed to come through on the 21st. I don't know what's going on with Google, but I'm waiting patiently. And stupid mics are freaking so expensive. So expensive. I'll be listening. How can you listen and watch Scarface at the same time? That's impressive. I'm not going to lie. So Gaggy was in the original Gotham City Sirens and comes through and basically gets taken over. And what Harley does is uses what she's learned after Joker. She's left Joker. She's been through some shit. And she actually comes through and she's like, he kind of calls her crazy, right? And she's like, I'm going to give you something, Gaggy, the chance to start over as your own person. I took that chance with my friends. What about you? Are you willing to take that chance? And she says, well, tell yourself that Gagsworthy is someone who deserves to be happy. But what really gets it? Baby doll walks through the door. It's so cute. And they're kind of smitten. I love it. Freaking baby doll. So cute. But then they go out. So Gagsworth is happy. He's going to have a drink with baby doll. And they go out. And Diana and Batgirl have gotten into a fight. I think it's Star Sapphire. Holy crap. And they're just like, we're going to have a drink. Gaggy melons. Oh my god. Wait, didn't Jeff Johns? Had Gaggy get eaten by a shark? Well, apparently he survived somehow. I think you're right though. And then what do we have here? Oh God, this story. No, please don't make me. This story. This story sucked. In the nicest way possible. This story sucked. And I mean sucked. It was bad. Okay. Um, not a big fan of like Dungeons and Dragons storytelling where they're like, oh, I need to go through this adventure. This adventure. I'm going to the Shrouded Castle. I need to find the riddles and clues and go through the gargoyle. I need to find the secret hidden palace. I do like my favorite part was I called her a bar. What they call her? She works as a beer wench. Okay, I'm not gonna go over this story. Oh my God, she finds the Shrouded Castle. Oh my God, big bad turd looking guy. She's Harley. She's Harley. She's now a queen. Apparently, she goes from this to this muscular looking dude. Oh my God, that was Sam Humphries. Stop it. It was Erica Henderson. The art was okay. Um, if the quest sucks, it's usually the GM's fault. What's GM mean? General manager? But yeah, this story, I really, really expect more from Sam Humphries. Sorry, I just do. Like, this story wasn't great. And one of these, like, adventure stories is just not my thing, also. I don't have anything against dragons and uh, Dungeons and Dragons. It's the issue of the storytelling where it tries to take that form, especially when it's done. Game Master, sorry. Just not good. No, it's just the beginning. Oh no. Oh no. I really hope that question mark gets axed. Please. Okay, if Sam Humphries did come back, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't read it if it was that type of story. I just couldn't. I just absolutely couldn't. It's just, it was hard. Now, this story was not only great, but, sorry, I was taking a drink. The coloring was great. Amanda looks like a power fucking house. I love this low vantage point here. So good. Um, I love that they use uh the bisexual lighting for the text boxes. I think it's beautiful. I love the way they did this story. Basically, it's Harley's death, so to speak, right? Um she doesn't want to stop. Amanda tells her to stop or she's going to set off the bomb in her head. She sets off the bomb in her head. And we go thunk. Yep, that's it. Right? Okay, no, obviously not. This turns into from what I can tell a dream, right? And the dream ends up with her being the hero, and I think what they're trying to say here is Harley really wanted to just go out a hero, right? Harley didn't want to. I love this. You've got little questions everywhere. Um, the world is taken over by phones, basically, and because of that, has the ability to stop all crime. And we even get a little cameo from Bizarro. And Harley's the one that brings back crime. So she thinks she freed everyone. And she's got the only people that weren't affected by this, like, crime stopping virus was the Amish. So her Robin is an Amish dude. I thought that was really cute. It's so pretty. She goes and steals. Her Amish is totally dead here. They can't find her, and that's how she wanted to go out. But she goes to Belle Reve. All of her friends are like, "Why did you do this?" So she shoots them. Pushes the button, the obvious giant button, to stop all of the people from, having to not do anything criminal and taking away their free will. And basically, she's just dead. It was all can't trust Amish. It was all a dream, but it was by Rob Williams and John Timms. Really, really good. Oh wow, that was John Timms. I can see, but that's really good work from John Timms. Okay, it was really good. This story I skipped, you guys. This is the story I was talking about in the beginning. I've seen the covers done by this person, and I want to be very clear when I say I'm not trying to be mean. Their art is it has its own unique style. I don't care for that style. They probably put a lot of work into what they do, but I don't like it at all. It is not for me. Holy crap. I can't. What is this? What is this? Basically, she goes and she has to do something good, so she goes and helps some Girl Scouts. I don't like it, guys. They're gonna help the environment, computers, chemistry, money, robots. She's a do-good. Well, isn't it? Is it weird? It feels like textured weird, and for very specific audience that I am just not in that demographic. She helps the kids, and that's it. Cool, huh? And they all tweet about it. My God. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. They all tweet about it. The art is Dan Hip. So no offense to Dan Hip, but in a sense of a story that is maybe a children's book or something along that. I don't even know that children are like. It's very unique. I'm just gonna say that. Oh, it's Cecil Castellucci. No one. I didn't even see it until I seen Undead Quinn put that. Yeah, she's I've liked a couple, very few amount. Maybe like Batgirl 47 was okay. When she got to 50, it was bad. The storyline she did with Jim Jordan Jr. was okay. Generally, I see Cecil Castellucci's name and I run. I don't just walk. I run the other direction because of what she did to the female Furies. Not wild about the art. Yeah, it wasn't for me. I love this cover. Reminds me of Harley and when they did the Suicide Squad. Okay, this is another top story. It's a very quick read. Very quick read. It's Terry and Rachel Dobson. But it's basically Gotham. She thinks Gotham is her world. She goes running. She fights Batman. Very simplistic, but very Harley story. Plus, you know what? You get a little bit, not gonna lie, start off with 2 extra points when you put Harley in her original Jester costume. That's just the rules. I didn't make them. I only enforce them. That costume, always going to love it. Always. But she gets away from Bat. She does, I love like the action of the backflip, everything. She gets to see Joker. They do a little sweet dance. Joker dips her, deep breath. Ah, she's saying it's very like almost they channeled their inner Alice in Wonderland is the best way I can put it. Really, really well. Then we see Ivy show up. It's showtime. They're doing a beautiful dance together, like they're channeling, I guess, their inner Nightwing, right? And all of this is in her head. All of it. All of it is in her head. And that's okay, because that's Harley, right? Um, but I think she's living in her own world, and she absolutely is. Gotham is Harley's world. Very simple, very to the point, and I like it. It was a good story to land on. I like it. I love this. Adam Hughes' art is so good. So good. Libra Mayhew's cover, it feels, look at the depths of this, right? Libra Mayhew does a very Libra Mayhew Harley, right? In backdrop. Then you've got very cartoony, and I know that's the point. I get it. Very photorealistic balloons. Very cartoony Beaver. Very cartoony Bats and Bud. Or Lou, whichever. I don't like it. But yeah, that was it for the anthology. Now we've got this story coming out by Mark Silvestri. This has been in every single book. Yeah, we get it. I'm gonna buy it. It's Mark Silvestri. Come on now. This comes out today too. Woohoo. Overall, most of the stories were pretty decent. You got the Bruce Timm cover, beautiful. The last story actually highlights an issue I had with the original series. Harley was depicted as delusional in that one, but it wasn't consistent. I like my Harley being aware of her. Ooh, potato. You are very smart. You're right. There isn't a lot of consistency with that delusionality with Harley. I don't mind a little delusion. I'm not gonna lie, it kicks in the fun, right? But you're right. I also enjoy the Harley that is a little funner, a little more, a little uses sometimes channels almost, Harleen instead of Harley. I like her a little more self-aware also. That's a very good point. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, that is, I see what you mean, but that is also one reason why I really like this character, because of the ability. It's like, Harley's our little Play-Doh. You can mold it into something different as long as you keep the core of what Harley is. You're gonna probably, depending on the writer, you're gonna do a good job. And I think you can actually go into a lot of different things. You could do a story about that delusion. You could do a story about that submission. You could do a story about love with Ivy. You could do a story about redemption with Joker. There are a lot of facets of her personality that are worth exploring. But the one to me that's not worth exploring is the overarching, ridiculous, saying just absolutely nonsensical words, Harley. Like, I get to the point with that, and it wasn't a long story with Jimmy Palmiotti, but it was to the point where it was like, is it over? Is it over? Is it over yet? We get it. He stuffed your beaver. We get it. Like, I always liked the beaver jokes, but when they were like, panned out a little bit more. Not bad. Not bad for DC. Two really bad stories. What was it? Two? Yeah, two really bad stories. 3 or 4 really good story, and then some mediocre. Not bad at all. Um, I still I know a lot of people do, but I still can't understand the outrage, right? When it comes to Harley, or submissive, I guess is the storyline. Um, I I sometimes I The culture war is damning, and I mean damning our creative liberties. It is causing bad storytelling, or at least lackluster storytelling. It is causing the ability to not want to take chances or take risk. And that's where I have the issue, because I love storytelling in all forms, whether it's webtoons or TV, or and I'm not a big movie person, but I just enjoy it. They complain about Christian values, but they want to partake in it so much. Oh yeah, I definitely seen the outrage on the right, if that's what you mean, when it came to the submissive storytelling. I'm not sure what you mean other than that. Um, we're gonna do some Harley Quinn trivia, right? But because I likely will know all the answers, I am making whoever is the first person to answer it in the chat. Whoever it is, that's the answer we're going with. We're seeing what you guys know. Wait, where were you gonna use? Let me see. I got what culture? Let me see what else I got here. Let me see which one's better. I got 3 of them. Uh, we'll try this one. We'll try this one first. Okay. I avoid Twitter like the plague. Very smart man, Shane. I feel like the corporate nature of comics is also to blame. Yeah, that's absolutely. The higher ups always want to make everything as appealing to the lowest common denominator as possible. As a result, most stories are lame. They want to, I don't know if necessarily the lowest common denominator. I would say they want to have the widest appeal, right? They want to have the widest appeal. And I understand that to a point, but at a point you have to realize sometimes it's damning, right? All right, first question. What is Harley's real name? Harleen Frances Quinzel, Harriet Waller Quinzel, Harley Frances Jester? What the fuck? If you guys don't know this, I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you. Don't watch the first episode of The Tick. Oh no. Come on, guys. There we go. Potato got it. What? You know what? We're going to try one of the other ones. This seems way too easy. Like, I feel like I found Harley trivia for dummies. Oh, here we go. Okay. We'll try this one. This is animated Batman. We're going old school here, guys. All right. In the opening scene, remember, you are answering this. In the opening scene, a female villain was shown breaking into Star Labs with a partner. Who was it? Who was it? First to answer: Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley, or the Weather Witch? Do 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 do. Okay, come on, guys, you got this. I don't know. Bianca, just I don't know. I don't know. All right, Weather Witch was the very first one you guys said. There's 10 questions, so we'll go with they'll tell us the answers at the end. Where did Nightwing find Harley Quinn? A city bus stop, Arkham Asylum, Super Babes. Wait. Hold on. No! I should have fitted this. This is about that stupid movie. No. I'm sorry. I'm unorganized. That was about that stupid. You guys remember that terrible movie, Batman and Harley Quinn? Alright, we're just gonna go through this. This could be fun. We'll go through it together. I am sorry. I thought it was about the animated series. That's why I was like, everyone loves the animated series, right? That's perfect. Alright. Was Harley an intern at Arkham Asylum? True or false? Terrible, yes. What was that? Her fart smelled like vengeance. I can't do it. Oh, God. Who wrote that? Oh, it's so bad. The infamous fart. Exactly. True. Okay. We're going with true. You are correct. Oh, they even give you like the explanation in case you don't know. Yep. Okay. Harley's birth name is Harleen Quinlet. True or false? We kind of just answered this. Her fart smelled like discipline. That's right. That's right. Oh, God. Oh. True or false, guys? False. That's right. Harleen Quinzel. I think that's pretty much well known. Like, as far as like everybody knows Bruce's origins, everybody like we got to be real here. The idea. Okay, Harley kissed Batman, and I'll let you guys answer true or false, and then I'll go on with my thing here. I think that Harley at this point may sell and be okay. So you have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Harley. I don't know. I would be very interested to see, but I think Harley is at bare minimum the fourth pillar in that situation. Very likely outselling merch sales with Superman, maybe not Superman, but definitely Wonder Woman. She's definitely top 3 merch sales, and definitely top 3 when it comes to profitability. We got a true. Bud and Lou are the names of her hyenas. True or false? Why? Potato. Why? Why? She's relatable. She is sweet. She is I feel like I have to say this. I hope you know me well enough, Potato. I'm not calling you out or being mean. I'm just curious how your mind ticks. She's the idea of empowerment. I'm not saying she's a role model, but not all comic book characters need to be role models. Not all comic book characters are heroes. And I do think that a lot of people mix that idea up. Not all characters in comic books are heroes as far as lead characters. And honestly, that's good because we should be allowed to see the flaw in people. Harley has been romantically linked to Bane. That's actually initially why I wanted to have that Jezebel on to talk about it, because I don't know anybody that's a huge Harley fan like I am. And I would love to have a conversation with somebody that thinks differently but is still a big fan. No, she's not one of the main characters. Oh, she absolutely is, Breezen. She absolutely is. I would bet somebody $100 that she sells more merch than Wonder Woman. I would bet somebody $50 that she sells more merch than Superman. I'm not sure about Superman, but I can just about guarantee Wonder Woman. False, false, false. We said false? You are correct, my dears. What the fuck, Black Phoenix? Harley Quinn was originally from the Bronx. True or false? True or false? You said Jezebel? Did I say Jezebel? Whatever. She threw shade at me, so I don't care. But I'm just saying, that's the idea of shop talk, right? The idea of having a good conversation. And with somebody that likes a character like I do, and I'm not saying you guys don't like Harley, except for Joseph because he's weird, but I'm saying somebody that is, I don't know, I feel like I'm digging a hole and I'm just putting the dirt back on me. All right, we got a false, we got a false, we got a false. Of course not. She's from Gotham. Harley made her first appearance in Batman the Animated Series. Come on, guys, if you get this wrong, I'm gonna hit you over the head with Harley's mallet. Hashtag Joseph is weird. Let's get it trending. The first Suicide Squad movie actually states that she was born in Gotham, which is just at least wrong about the movie. Wait, what? What the fuck, Joseph? What's the Harley Quinn hate? How can you hate Harley Quinn? The Joker eventually married Harley. True or false? Let's see who's read the Palmiotti. I think that was Palmiotti. Pretty sure. I remember she had a really annoying voice in the animes. Arlene Sorkin did the voice. You thought it was annoying? I love it. Black Phoenix with the false. Only in Arkham City. Yep. Harley. Ooh. Okay. Let's see how they go with this, okay? Harley has a daughter with Joker. Let's see how they go with this because they actually don't state what Harley we're talking about here. I liked it. I like her voice too. All right, Robert said true. Yeah, it's true. Her name is Lucy, but let's see how they go. Yeah, they're gonna include Elseworld stories. Okay. Da da da. Fantasy normal life. Da da da. What? Okay, they don't even give her name. Okay. Harley was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Okay. Um. False Joker won't stay behind for kids. Lucy, yes, Lucy. We actually got. She was raised by. It's been so long. Ollie and Dinah. I think this one's pretty obvious. No. No, she was not. Harley's character is based off of Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett. I literally just said who it was based off of. I didn't know that question was coming. I wouldn't have given the answer so easily. My eldest niece is Lucy. I love that name. It's so cute. We got Elon with the nope. It is based off of Arlene Sorkin. Paul Dini was good friends with her. Wasn't it just from that one little skit where she dances around too? It's just one little thing. Filmmaker Kevin Smith named his daughter Harley Quinn. I know we've talked about this before too. The funny thing is I'll wait till you guys. Yep, okay, we got a yep. The funny thing is, it was actually his wife that wanted to name her Harley Quinn. Come on, Harley Quinn Smith is a cool fucking name. Like, hi, I'm Harley. I love it. I love it. That's so good. And she loves it too. She isn't good with weapons. True or false? This I would say is not a very good question. Not really. I'm sure he cried. Why would he cry? That's a cool fuck. Oh, because he cries all the time. I get it. Sorry. I'm slow. Come on, guys. You got this. I think this one's a little bit different. It also depends on. See, and they're not stating, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Potato. It depends. Yeah, some writers are hazard. Yeah, we'll put true. It just depends. Um, Harley is immune to toxin. Here's another one. See, some of these questions are hard, and it's an older one also. So it doesn't include current storylines, right? This is another one of like, it depends. Normally, because she's got been around him so much, but I think wasn't this retconned anyway, basically, but it's true because of poison ivy, and because of um Joker. Harley Quinn has blue eyes. Superhero girls. I'm actually surprised there wasn't backlash when they put her in superhero girls. I am. I'm surprised people weren't upset. Like, oh my god, you're letting her be in there. You're letting her. You guys know this one. Of course, she has blue eyes. Unless it's superhero girls, unless they just like grayed it out so you couldn't tell. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, which version? Generally, she does though. Who was the best Catwoman? Ooh, that's a good question, Brazen. I gotta go with Halle Berry. Never. No one ever said that. No one in their right mind ever said that. Um, for sure, for sure. Probably Zoe Kravitz. Or no, Julie Newmar, Earthy Kitt. I always forget about the older ones. I don't know. I really like Zoe Kravitz's version. I'm gonna go with Zoe Kravitz. You notice we've gotten more black Selena in cartoons lately? She's black in the animated series. Harley was granted Amazonian goddess powers. Terry Dodson. Or true or false, guys? Again, a lot of these questions are like, Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer. I swear that movie like fucked me up. Fucked me up. For a short time, exactly, and Countdown. Speaking of which, oh my god, what was her? Nope, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Harley was born in. Didn't they just ask a question like this? Did it? I'm skipping that one. Harley is a grandma. True or false? I'm skipping that one because we basically had the same question earlier. Is Harley a grandma, guys? True in Batman Beyond. Yep. Oh, what's her I forget her daughter though. When they go into, she gets him out of the jail cell. What are her grandkids' names? I don't remember. Obviously stable enough to take care of her daughter. Oh, now they name Lucy. Dee Dee twins. That's what it is. Thank you. Harley winds up betraying Catwoman and Poison Ivy. I'm assuming we're talking about Gotham City Sirens here. She has twin granddaughters. Yes. Does she betray Catwoman? Catwoman and Poison Ivy. I love that cover. By the end of Gotham City Sirens, she sure does. She sure does. I still love Gotham City Sirens. It's one of my favorite books. Harley joins the circus in Coney Island. I'm not gonna lie, true or false, guys, but I'm not gonna lie. I miss Harley with red and black hair. Did you guys like Harley with red and black hair? I really did. I thought and that's when they paled her skin even more. I kind of miss it. I'm not gonna lie. Bye, Bianca. We got a true. It was false. I actually didn't know that one. Not gonna lie. Harley's nickname for Poison Ivy is Red. I think, and I love Amanda's art. I'm gonna say this right now. No, you didn't like her new 52 look? I'm not saying I liked it like all the time as her normal look, but I would love to see a Black Label book in that idea. But I think I have read so much Amanda Connor Harley that I almost get sick of that look. Now, when I switch over to like Painkiller Jane or even her old lady one right now, I like her art on that stuff. But I think I've read so much it's almost a burnout. Harley Quinn was part of the Female Furies. She's been calling her Red for 30 years now. Yeah. Holy crap. I'm old. Thanks for the reminder, Black Phoenix. Wow. Rude. Come on, guys. Female Furies. Yep. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, she was. Wait a minute. This is not right. Am I misthinking here? She absolutely did. All right, now I gotta Google it. Was Harley Quinn in the Female Furies? She was recruited into the Female Furies by Granny Goodness in order to capture. You are wrong, quiz. You are wrong. I knew I wasn't crazy. Jerks. Make me feel crazy. Wasn't she in 52? Yeah, I don't get it. Wait, we're on question 22. Let me see how old this is. Maybe that's... It just says June 14th. It doesn't say how old actually. Well, whoever did this is an idiot. All right. Okay, so it must be newer. It's got Margot Robbie. Duh, I didn't even think about it. Weird. Margot Robbie portrayal of Harley Quinn was the first time we saw a live action version of the character. True or false, guys? Dang! I thought you guys were gonna miss this one! I really did! I should have known better. You guys are good. Was... No, that would have been Echo in Gotham. Technically Echo. And now I think that was right around the same time anyway. But yes, Birds of Prey show. Harley met Poison Ivy in the Diamond District of Gotham City. Poor Ivy right there. Looks like she's got some saggy melons. We'll just say that. Dang, I really thought you guys were going to miss that one. Freaking awesome. False. 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 Wow, Ivy is stacked. Did they use fan art? Yeah, that's definitely fan art, right? Holy crap. The first Harley Quinn comic in the comic book series in 2001 had 34 issues. Wait. Oh, the series. It ran for 34 issues? I don't know exactly how many it ran for. I feel like it was more than 34. True or false? Oh, that might... I don't know. False. It was 38 issues. Dang, Potato, you are good. So I said, we need to have a conversation about Harley. 88%. You guys got 88%. That means you're freaking smart. That's kind of cool, though. Even though they got one wrong, so it was more like a 90%. They got it wrong. Not me. He's Googling all the... No, I don't think so. I don't think so, not even a little bit. Potato, is he cheating? No way! I didn't know that last one at all. I'm Irish. I love potatoes. Randa. Oh, wait. Well, her name's Potato. So what did you guys think? Not of the thing, but of the book. Do you think it was the worst thing ever? So terrible, right? I didn't think it was bad. I will say, I thought it was better than the Pride Anthology. That one story about Joe Mullion was just so bad that I couldn't take it. I am curious about this week's book. I did read Action Comics, and Clark's returned, right? This big thing. And now it took me a while, but I see Philip Kennedy Johnson, what he's doing. And, we talked in the past about different allegories for different things going on in the world, right? Civil War was talking about the Patriot Act and these kind of things that come through in comic books. I finally see it's a small analogy. I'll say that. It's a great story. Beautiful art. But it's definitely going to hit on, at least, immigration and MAGA country, maybe even, because there's one line that I was like, oh, fucking cringe. Like, not cringe, it wasn't that bad, but it's... So we've got the return of Metallo, and we've got Lex basically going to Metallo, who's locked up, and he's like, what is it, John... His first name's John, right? Pretty sure John Corbin, right? I could be wrong. Well, regardless, he's like, I'm going to make Metallo great again. I get what he's going for. I do. Maybe others won't pick up on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. I have the comic book right next to me. It is. We've also got this week, Metallo used to be great. Yeah, right? Like, for a minute in the 90s, maybe? John Corbin. Okay, I did have it right. Yay! But yeah, maybe I'm looking too much into it. We'll have to have a few more issues of it. But he's definitely going for the idea of immigration in the United States, which is fine. The story's been so good, but I'm curious how he's going to do it. Also, we got Robin coming out this week. Oh, you guys. Oh, it's so bad. It's so. I haven't read it yet. Okay, so to be fair, all I've looked at is the preview. But it's Riley Rossmo, and I'm not, again, I made it pretty clear I'm not a big fan. Not only that, but it's Megan Fitzmartin, who is probably not probably, who is the worst writer at DC right now. Worst. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to a bunch of other books this week. But yeah, Robin sucks, for sure. For sure. There's a bunch of real, like, we got Sergeant Rock. That's going to be really, really good. There's going to be a lot, like, I'm not going to read Robin. I'm at the point where I'm not just reading to review. I'm not supporting the books I don't want. I don't have any need to read Robin. I'm not interested. I might flip through it and see if it's as bad as what people are making it out to be and talk about it as a discussion, but I don't know. All right. I am going to wrap up, guys, but thank you for being here and talking about some Harley Quinn. I will go less Harley Quinn. On Thursday, I think I'm going to do, when we did the stuff on Sunday, my phone died in the middle and I wasn't able to look at the random questions. So I think I'm going to post that link again later and we'll go over the questions. We'll do an AMA. So I'll put that. Oh, we also got night this week. Fuck yes. Gonna be the best book. The best book ever, guys. Duh. All right, I'll post that link up here in a little bit. And we'll do AMA on Thursday and go over the random ass questions that I have received. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.